Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a tough question. What's next for Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers? Now let's take a quick trip back to 2019. Remember when the Clippers pulled off that blockbuster deal for Paul George? It was a gamble, but one that made sense at the time. Who could have guessed how much things would change? Back then, no one knew Shai Gilgeous-Alexander would become the star he is today. No one foresaw Kawhi's body giving out the way it has. And who could have predicted the league's rule changes would make it harder to build around these two stars? When the Clippers got George and Leonard, they had two All-NBA talents in their primes, both under 30 and playing the most crucial positions in the game. They were instant championship favorites, and that's exactly why you save up those assets for a real shot at the title. And for a moment, they had it. But reality hit hard. Kawhi was on the court when they blew that 3-1 lead to the Nuggets in the Orlando bubble. Since then, he hasn't been around for the Clippers' last game of the season. Yet, the Clippers kept believing. They held on to the hope that if they could just get Kawhi healthy and ready, they'd be the ones lifting the trophy. But now, here we are, asking the big question. What does the future hold for Kawhi Leonard? Will he stay with the Clippers, or is it time for a change? Stick around as we unpack the harsh truth behind Kawhi's uncertain future. With Kawhi Leonard's recurring injuries leading to consistent playoff disappointments, and now his withdrawal from Team USA, it's becoming clear that we may never see the Kawhi of old again. And for all the bold opinions out there, Stephen A. Smith might have actually hit the nail on the head this time. The harsh reality we might have to face is that maybe it's time for Kawhi to consider stepping away from the game. Kawhi Leonard has yet to reach a conference finals in his time with the Clippers, which is a glaring issue considering the expectations when he joined the team. Even when the Clippers did make it to the conference finals in 2021, Kawhi wasn't able to play due to injury, missing out on a crucial matchup against the Suns. His run with the Clippers has been plagued by setbacks. The infamous blown 3-1 lead against the Nuggets in 2020, his injury in the 2021 conference semifinals, sitting out the entire 2022 season, a first-round exit against the Suns in 2023, and in 2024, he only managed to play 2 games in the first round, before the Clippers bowed out to the Dallas Mavericks. Sure, the Mavericks made it to the NBA Finals that year, but the point remained. Kawhi, once known as a certified winner, one of the best players in the world, and one of the most clutch performers in basketball, hasn't been clutching up or winning much lately. Instead, it's been disappointment after disappointment. So, how did it come to this? 2 key factors have consistently plagued Kawhi and the rest of the Clippers. The first is chemistry issues. Before Kawhi and PG joined, the Clippers were known for their strong team chemistry. The team that pushed the Kevin Durant-led Warriors to 6 games in 2019, and the Lob City Clippers before them never had these kinds of issues. But once Kawhi and PG came on board, something just wasn't clicking. Montrezl Harrell even revealed after the Orlando bubble that Kawhi and PG were getting special treatment as the stars of the team, which didn't sit well with Lou Will, Harrell, and the other guys. While it's understandable that superstars get some perks, it must have been excessive to disrupt the team's chemistry so severely. The second, and perhaps even more damaging factor, has been injuries. Kawhi's injuries have not only derailed his own career, but have also been a major stumbling block for the Clippers' championship aspirations. These 2 issues, chemistry and injuries, have been the downfall of Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers, turning what should have been a golden era into a series of what-ifs and disappointments. Kawhi was on top of the world, winning titles and establishing himself as one of the game's elite, but now it seems like injuries are taking over, defining the second half of his career. Ever since that incredible 2019 run, it's been one injury after another. His knees, once a strength, have turned to jello, and it's a major reason why he and the Clippers have struggled to make any real progress. And now, it's gotten so bad that he can't even commit to joining Team USA. Kawhi wasn't expected to carry the offensive load for Team USA. They've got some of the best scorers in NBA history. He wasn't even going to be relied on heavily on defense, with guys like Drew Holiday, Tatum, and Bam Adebayo in the mix. All Kawhi needed to do was play some solid minutes, score a few buckets, and contribute on defense. But his withdrawal from Team USA isn't just a sign of how bad his injury issues are. It's a sign of how bad Kawhi himself thinks thinks his injury issues are. He doesn't believe his body can hold up through next season if he plays this summer, and that's a huge red flag. It shows he's lost a significant amount of confidence in his body, not necessarily his abilities. This past season, we saw the closest thing to prime Kawhi Leonard since 2019. He was great, an all-star. The chemistry with PG, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook was clicking, and the Clippers looked like a real threat. But once again, that injury bug hit, and Kawhi wasn't there when it mattered most in the playoffs against the Mavericks. Without him, the Clippers lost in 6. This looks like the end of the Kawhi Leonard. The recent losses have made it clear that the Kawhi Leonard we once knew, the Claw who could shut down players like prime LeBron and MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo while scoring 30 or 40 points, is no longer the same player. That silent postseason superhero seems to be a thing of the past. Even with the chance to play alongside superstars like Curry, LeBron, and KD with Team USA, Kawhi had to withdraw due to injury concerns. It's been a troubling pattern for him, and a rough run with the Clippers. With how his 2024 playoff run ended and his Team USA opportunity was cut short, not to mention the insanely competitive Western Conference, it feels like we're witnessing the downfall of one of the game's greats. So is there a way back for the Claw? It's not looking promising. After several seasons plagued by injuries that kept him from competing at his best, it seems clear that the old Kawhi Leonard might not return. Some, like Stephen A. Smith, even suggest that it might be time for him to retire. And that's the harsh truth about Kawhi Leonard's future. The reality is, Kawhi Leonard might not have much of a future in the league. I know I might be standing alone on this one, but I believe it's time for him to retire. I'm fed up with the constant cycle of injuries. Every year it's the same headline. Kawhi's injured, Kawhi's questionable for the playoffs, Kawhi's out for the rest of the season. It's gotten so predictable that it's not even disappointing anymore. It's just expected. So, should Kawhi Leonard hang it up now? If he retires, he'd leave with 2 championships, 2 finals MVPs, 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, 6 All-Star appearances, multiple All-NBA and All-Defensive selections, and a guaranteed spot in the league Hall of Fame. Unlike guys like Paul George, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook, Kawhi doesn't have anything left to prove. He's still recognized as one of the best winners in league history, one of the few players to win finals MVPs with different teams, and he remains highly respected. Plus, he's still getting paid for the rest of his contract. If he continues to play, what's he gaining? The Clippers' chances of winning a ring seem slim. They couldn't get it done last year, and the West keeps getting stronger with teams like the Wolves, OKC, Mavericks, and Denver either staying competitive or improving. Plus, there are sleeping giants like the Grizzlies and the Pelicans. The Clippers are further from title contention than they've been in years. Kawhi might snag another All-Star appearance or an All-NBA selection, but is it worth risking his knees for that? Those injuries are serious, and he might find it difficult to even walk when he gets older if he keeps pushing his body. Retirement would mean he keeps his knees intact, secures his legacy and wealth, and steps away from the constant scrutiny. So, yeah, it sounds harsh, but when you consider his established legacy, financial security, and the chance to avoid further injury, retiring now might be the best choice. It's not such a harsh reality when you look at it that way. And that's a wrap on the tough reality of Kawhi Leonard's future. What do you think? Should Kawhi retire now or keep pushing through the injuries? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button, share this video with fellow basketball fans, and subscribe to our channel for more engaging content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.